Hello, professors. This is my capstone proposal for accessibility in game development. Um, I will try to be as quick as I can. I can get a little winded when I speak, so apologies in advance for that. Okay, there we go. Okay. So my name is Efrain Tirado. I'm a transfer student from East Georgia State College, which is in Augusta, Georgia. My wife is active duty, so we PCS when it's time for us to do so. My high school is in Bridgeport, Connecticut. That's where I'm originally from, in the Northeast. It's a vocational high school that has both academic and trade in it. My degree is creative media, and my concentration is game design. For the executive summary, as all 4 points state, excuse me, I will be going over the plans for my senior capstone project, stating my thesis statement, sharing my objective and the research conducted, and stating the significance of the overall research. The thesis statement is the video game industry's growth and global reach has not only changed entertainment, but also generated a range of career opportunities spanning from game development, esports, and content creation. It also has grown by adding accessibility and inclusivity or inclusive gameplay experiences, apologies, having significantly transformed the lives of individuals with disabilities by providing avenues for entertainment, social interaction, and skill development. The objective is to figure out how video games and video game design impacted society. The video game industry has undergone a remarkable transformation in recent years, reshaping not only the landscape of entertainment, but also generating diverse career opportunities and expanding accessibility and inclusivity. Beyond its entertainment value, the industry has significantly transformed the lives of individuals with disabilities, offering avenues for entertainment, social interaction, and skill development, as my thesis statement stated. The senior capstone is going to be a project, and it's going to be a simple build showing off accessibility settings and some more things as well in there. I'm hoping to have it done by the end of the semester so I can present the whole build. As we go on into the significance, I apologize in advance. This is the only significance that I found as far as information for accessibility in gaming, but I hope the data behind it is enough to suffice that. So for the significance is accessibility. This is to show how accessibility has become a big part of gaming and has become a priority for developers as they create hardware, setting inputs and characters within the game having disability, of their own. And I put parentheses representation for that, basically having a character possibly be deaf or be in a wheelchair, things of that sort. And this is the data right here. An estimated 336 million people in the US has some form of a disability, which is 7.91%, that being 42.5 million people. So that is pretty high up there just in the US alone. And with that, a study was done by Consumer Technology Association showing that a 3% increase in disabled people have joined the gaming community between 2019 and 2022, bringing it to 46 million disabled gamers as of 2023 this year. And the number will continue to rise as more people have a disability, things of that sort. My target audience, of course, is the disabled community, as well as everyone. Just letting the disabled community know that there's representation in video games and that the game industry cares about them and wants them to be a part of the gaming community, just like every other player. And I'll just share one example of that. The young man with the blindfold that has his arms up, he's actually blind, and he joined the Evo tournament, which is the biggest gaming tournament that's held every year in Las Vegas. And he actually joined and participated in that. And many people were surprised because they didn't really know how to go about like having him play. But he spoke to the people that worked with the game and the settings, and he basically just told them, raise the volume up to as high as you possibly can. And even his opponent was surprised as well, but he played, and the crowd got wind of what was going on, so they actually stood quiet the entire time. so that he can hear the fighting happening because they were playing the new Street Fighter 6 that came out. That's where they held the tournament for. And he won. He won a couple of rounds. He didn't go on all the way up to the top, but because of that, a lot of people became fans. I, for one, as well, became a fan. People were commenting, wanting him to go all the way through to the end in the comments of YouTube and things like that. So he actually showed the representation in himself being able to play. That was actually pretty cool. And that goes to the solution. This is to spread awareness about the disabled community and their inclusivity to the gaming world. As companies continue to develop video games, there needs to be a focus on disabled gamers. And that's just a little snippet that I wrote there of my own thoughts towards that. And that's basically just showing that there is already the some of the accessibility settings in the games, which is basically talk to text or subtitles. So that's already been in games for quite a many years. But now with more disabled gamers wanting to play, people that are colorblind, people that have a severe disability that can't really move much of their hands, or they can't really move their body, and they're kind of those electrical wheelchairs and need help. That's where the hardware comes into play. And there's actually a pilot mode that Microsoft has actually came up with for their Xbox, where somebody can play with the disabled gamer and actually help them through certain actions. So priority for disabled gamers should be a big thing now, especially that there's not very much inclusiveness for them or representation. But now that its numbers are growing, it should definitely be a priority for them. And with that, my preparation for my project to present is to learn some blueprinting through Unreal Engine, to add those accessibility settings, as well as a possible sign language added to an NPC to show off the animation of them being able to speak or have a conversation with each other, possibly one or two NPCs. The production is to maybe do like a small image collage, or maybe a small edit of just the start to finish kind of thing. And then the post would be to present the build. See if I can get my hands on the Xbox accessibility controller, as well as the Sony's accessibility controller, which is actually coming out in stores later this month. And that's to show that and then explain how that hardware works, and see if I can't get it to work in the build. And that's basically what the deliverable is at the end of it, showing the accessibility function settings working properly and functional, having the ASL added to the NPC so that you can walk up to these two characters and see them having an interaction with each other through sign language, and then explain the hardware that the disabled community that have more severe disabilities can actually use to still enjoy video games all the same as everybody else. Yep. And that is my proposal. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, do let me know.